Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. This is Sandnes Garn Line. This 53% cotton, 33% viscose, and 14% linen yarn features 35 colors. The colorway that we chose is 4632 Rose Lavender. This 50-gram skein with 110 meters or 120 yards works up as a medium or worsted weight yarn. The suggested gauge on 4mm needles is 20 stitches per 4 inches or 10 centimeters. For our swatch, I will also be using a 4mm needle size. In today's video, we're going to review and score Sandnes Garn Line using our 5 categories, which are availability, softness, traction, durability, and cost, to help you decide if this is the best yarn for you and your next project. Stay tuned until the end for a few pattern recommendations as well. Would you like to see how all of our yarns compare to one another or enter to win our monthly giveaway? Join our free newsletter linked in the description box below. Let's get started. For availability, we give Line a score of 4 out of 5. Sandnes Garn is a Norwegian brand, but it is still very loved here in the States. Unfortunately, this one is not sold on any larger craft websites, but that just means you can support smaller yarn shops online like Wool & Company, Mother Knitter, and Magpie Knits here in the US. For softness, we give it a score of 4 out of 5. My first impression of the skein was that I could definitely feel a twisted-like texture to the yarn. Now, the next info I'll be sharing may sound a little familiar if you've watched our recent Drops yarn review, but this yarn has 3 different fibers: cotton, viscose, and linen. Linen has a tendency to be on the dry and rough side. Cotton, depending on the type of cotton, can also be dry. Some types are softer than others. Then there is the viscose content, which is the most popular type of rayon. Viscose undergoes a similar yet different cellulose chemical process than rayon from bamboo and is most commonly made from wood rather than plant fibers. I believe it is the viscose that gives this yarn a tiny bit of a softer hand than if it were just a cotton or linen. For comparison, it is softer than Sandnes Garn Sisu, which is a superwash wool with nylon, and it is slightly less soft than Holst Garn Coast, a cotton and merino blend. For a micron count or softness scale rating, I would say it's pretty comparable to around a 26 micron count, which is a little bit softer than a Peruvian Highland wool, but not quite as soft as an alpaca or merino. Now, I noticed this yarn was on the drier side, but I was able to work with it with my sensitive skin. For long periods of time, I would probably need a few breaks though. After blocking, I was happy to feel that my swatch did get a little bit softer. I think that this yarn is a great choice for the summer months. Cotton, viscose, and linen are all highly breathable, letting air flow freely while wicking moisture away from the skin and drying quickly, keeping you comfortable. For traction, we give it a score of 4 out of 5. This 4-ply yarn is constructed into a loose chainette and only ended up splitting on me 3 times while working on my swatch. It didn't feel too thick, but just like how I expect a DK to worsted weight yarn to feel. It had a nice medium amount of grip, not too much. Honestly, it was my skin that was slowing my speed down and not the grip of the yarn on my needles. Perhaps knitting English style rather than continental with this yarn would make it easier on my skin. For durability, we give it a score of 4.5 out of 5. Cotton, linen, viscose, those are some strong fibers right there. Linen is heavier than cotton and is actually 30% stronger. This might be why it feels so crisp at first, because of its strength. Viscose is not as durable as cotton, but it is lighter and smoother. This particular yarn also did very well with the stress test. I tried my best to manipulate the swatch with friction and heat to see how the fibers would react to felting or pilling, and this one passed the test. I did not see any pills, which means high friction areas like your underarms shouldn't require much maintenance. When it comes to washing, it is recommended to hand wash your garment separately and lay it flat to dry. For cost, we give it a score of 3.5 out of 5. For being a 50-gram skein, you can expect to pay $7.50 US per skein. This breaks down to about 6 cents per yard, meaning a size medium sweater would cost approximately $75. But as you're more than likely going to be making a summer t-shirt with this yarn, that would cost you around $45 in materials for your make. Overall, we give Sandnes Garn Line a score of 4 out of 5. The 3 fibers that make up this yarn are great for the warmer months. I love how even the different fibers took the dye and created such a consistent looking yarn. I would probably take a few breaks if I was working with this yarn longer than just a swatch, but it does block a little softer, so that was nice. I would consider working with this yarn again with just the right pattern. So we had a little look on Ravelry and wanted to share a few pattern recommendations with you, hopefully to inspire you if you're wanting to use this yarn for a project of your own. The first pattern is the Base Slipover by Jacqueline Cieslak. It comes in 9 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 38 to 70 inches with a recommended positive ease of 6 inches. It is a relaxed top with dollop and sleeves, uninterrupted stockinette on the front and back panels, 3-needle bind-off, and wide ribbing details. The pattern also includes 6 video tutorials, technical illustrations for understanding the unique construction, and detailed guidance for choosing your size and adjusting the sleeves. The next pattern is George's Top by Johanna Gehrisch. It comes in 7 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 32.5 to 49 inches with a recommended positive ease of 0 to 2 inches. It suggests using 2 strands of fingering weight yarn to meet gauge, but I think you could use 1 strand of this yarn as a substitute. The front and back top sections are worked separately in panels with the same instructions. It is worked from the bottom up before decreasing to shape the armholes and neckline. The design also features a bow detail at the top of each strap. The last pattern is the Super Simple Summer Sweater by Joji Locatelli. It comes in 9 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 36.5 to 69 inches with a recommended positive ease of 6 to 9 inches. This is a very basic sweater with a deep circular yoke, a boxy fit, and stripes. It is worked as a circular yoke seamlessly from the top down and features a split hem at the bottom. If you wanted to make your sweater more simple, you could choose not to include the stripes and have your garment all one color. Have you used Sandnes Garn Line yarn before? What yarn would you like for us to do a review on next? We would love to hear your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's review, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.